Chop. Yeah. You know we gotta cook today, right? It's cooking time. Yeah. Let's get it.
The big homie, big homie, big homie. The big homie,
in the bed,
big homie show. Shwoo. Hey, welcome to the big homie show. The big homie, the big homie, the big homie. The big homie, hey, welcome to the big homie show. Hey, the big homie, the big homie, the big homie. The big homie. With no further ado, I welcome D-Boy, your host. Like, comment, share, and subscribe before you go and tell a friend about the big homie show. Ay, the big homie, the big homie, the big homie, the big homie. Hey, welcome to the big homie show.
Drop that Zaddy in the bed, boy.
Ay, the big homie, the big homie, the big homie, the big homie. Hey, welcome to the big homie show.
Yo, what up, man? It's the big homie. Act like you know me. You know what it is, man. We here, man. Let's cook, man. Listen, man. Who that over there? Who that? Who that? Who that? Who that? Who that? Got one little flashlight. Y'all can see it's a security flashlight. That's fine. That's cool. Yo, man. Let's get right to it, man. I'm not here for the games. T-Top, my nephew. You know I rock with you. 100%. Why I need to say what everybody else is already saying. You know what I'm saying? As far as all the bloggers is concerned. Can we come up with a solution? You know what I'm saying? You know, unfortunately, the event didn't go as planned. But for what I'm hearing, the gathering inside the venue and all that stuff was stellar. People was having a good old time, quote unquote, or whatever. And, you know, that's just the thing. It's just the translation between camera and what's going on live. How about this, man? When I say a solution, I'm talking about this. How about booking a great main event and 2 undercards? Battle rap needs a reset. Battle rap doesn't need 15, 10, 12 battles and shit like that for y'all to have a good event. Obviously, every battle that y'all do, from preparing it to get to the stage, going through the battle, and even after, it takes damn near like an hour and some change. I would know. I'm a league owner. You know what I'm saying? And that's tedious. That's a lot of work. And whatnot. So, you know, we want the card to look good on paper so people could turn out and have a good old time. But a lot of people don't like standing on their feet, man, around for like 7, 6, 8 hours and stuff like that at a time and whatnot. You know, that's why you get the dwindling of the crowd participation when people are tired and pretty much want to go home, but gotta wait because they gotta see their main event and stuff like that, man. Things need to be prepared. You know how you would have like go to a play or something like that and they'll have the pamphlet and everything that's going on from act 1 all the way to the final curtain. We need one of those, man. You know what I'm saying? Hand that shit out. I remember we did that for NHB. Hand that shit out, you know, to everybody when they get in the door so they know what they're looking for. They know what they want to see and what they're not gonna, you know, what they don't want to miss. But yeah. You know that song by TLC? What About Your Friends? You got to listen to that, man. Great song. What about your friends? Are they going to stand their ground or are they going to let you down again? Unfortunately, man, Top, they let you down again. You know, I know how it is, man. You a hustler. You know, you trying to get to 17.5 and whatnot, man. You trying to get, you know, yo, man, look out for the kid. Come on, King, look out, man. You know, I got this much for you and whatnot. And, you know, people take it and go about their business and you know, have to understand that they got to come back to an event a month or a month and a half later. And that's where the situation happens. When they know they have to come back to that event, they got to do the work. Some battle rappers, they treat this shit like school, man. Like, you know, school with homework. You know, they'll have to take the homework home and whatnot, but you know, like a couple of weeks later, they're gonna have to present that in front of the class to the teacher, and they'll be half-assed or they don't have their homework on. Yo, my dog ate the homework type of routine. Shit, some might even show up and just get the bad grade, and it's very unfortunate, man. I don't think it's because a lot of bloggers are saying they just don't have no respect for you, and I don't think it's that more than how the culture is moving as a whole. Meaning that, you know, back in the days, people want to show up to the fight. You know what I'm saying? People want to be around the entourages, the fans. They want to have fun. the battle rappers want to show off what they've written for the past month. It was pretty much the fame optic was hovering over battle rap. Like, yo, fame is here to get. Like, if you do good, then people are gonna rock with you and stuff like that, man. It's pretty much, man, right now at this point, no longer here as far as getting clout or fame or whatever you want. At a high point, you can still get noticed and stuff, but back then in that golden era, I know I keep referring to that. I'm telling you, man, it was a thing to have. It was a thing to do, man. People would, like, gravitate towards you, you know what I'm saying? Look at you like a superstar or star. That's what these battle rappers was, getting noticed and stuff like that for their hard work and dedication to their craft. Now it's just like people badger and come down on battle rap so crazy that, people don't even want to be like associated. Even the battle rappers like, I don't watch battles no more and stuff like that. It starts from things like that, man. They make it look as if battle rap is not the thing to do no more. It's just probably a bothersome to them and shit like that. And some people, some battle rappers and people they league owners, whatever, they fight back and say, yo, man, we got to preserve the culture. Battle rap, this, that, and the third. Yo, listen, man. It starts from organization and putting a package together well. Meaning, here's my suggestion, nephew. Don't do 10 battles. Don't do 7 battles. Don't even do 6 battles. You know what I'm saying? If you can, get a great main event and have 2 to 3 undercards for that. Right then and there. Boom, you good. You know what that does? That shaves off a lot of time that you have to, run around and prepare for and stuff like that and be behind the 8 ball, if you will. Like, the lady have to go to church tomorrow, right? So you wasted a lot of time. She got to get out of there. You know what I'm saying? You would have had that event done had you probably only had 3 battles or 4 battles and stuff like that. From what I heard, you had a good turnout. Guess what that means, man? That means they support you. They rock with you. But they also want to see the card that you presented for them that's to say, like, hey, these battles are going to go down. And unfortunately, they didn't go down. But be transparent. Have like a social gathering / battle event. Whereas you get the 3 to 4 battles out the way before and after, people just having a gathering, having a good old time, just being around each other and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? You got these spaces and all these other apps and things of people just online with each other, talking to each other through a phone and stuff like that. Champion gatherings that have people physically there with each other, to kick it with each other, you know what I'm saying, to trade ideas, to have fun, you know what I'm saying, to hit the bar, get food or whatever. Sometimes people just like to see each other and rock out. You know what I'm saying? And you just got to present the right package to people, man. I think battle rap needs a reset for a lot of things. It can be preserved, but one thing for sure, these stars are going out. You know what I'm saying? I don't mean going out in a bad way. I'm talking about going out as far as they did all they could do, bro. Like, what else is there to do? You know what I'm saying? You get a couple of names and a couple of good battles you could put together, but not 10 to 12 where you're trying to get a superstar quality event where everything falls apart like it did this past weekend, unfortunately. It's just the luck of the draw, man. Some things just happen, man. You just got to play your cards out the way they dealt, T-Top. And that's okay. You're going to come back. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to shit on your card or shit on you and shit. I fuck with you heavy. You the nephew. You know what I'm saying? It's Unc talking to you and stuff like that. I'm a blogger. I could have did this over the phone, but, it's not anything I'm saying that's disparaging. I'm actually giving you hope and faith in that you're going to come back with another joint. Just don't call it no cut. You know what I'm saying? Do me that. Don't call it no cut anything. Get another title so people could just feel like, they're going to support and stuff like that. Because that puts a bad taste in their mouth hearing no cut from 1 and 2. Pause. And that's just it, man. Top, man. I believe in you. I think you can do it. You know what I'm saying? You a battle rapper. You know what people from the fans and what the battle rappers want and shit like that, man. And just tighten up, my boy. Also, this, my last thing with you, Top. You know what I'm saying? You're a beloved figure. People love to rock with you. Your big smile brings the party over and people just want to be, just involved and stuff like that because you're a good dude. You know what I'm saying? You're not on some BS with everybody and stuff like that. Here's the thing. You like a figure like Smack. I'm not saying that you Smack. I'm saying like a figure like Smack or Babs and shit like that. Or, people just want to hang out. When it comes to me and Babs, I'll say like this. I let Babs be a host. I run around and do whatever I need to do what I do. I let Vague be a host. I run around and do whatever I need to do to make sure the situation is situating. Get yourself a Beasley, get yourself a Debo, get yourself whoever you need to get to help run the event, and be militant in making sure the artists are there and the event is running smooth and whatnot. You know, you need one of those. You need a bad guy. You know what I'm saying? You need somebody that's gonna, make sure things is happening when they need to happen. You just need to be the host. You just need to be the guy that's gonna smile and kick it with everybody. Yo, thanks for coming, King. All right, you know what I'm saying? They're gonna want to kick it with you. You know what I'm saying? They're going to tell you, yo, your man's, what's up with him? Maybe barking. That means he's doing their job, he or she, right? And that's about it, man. Like I said, these things happen. I know bloggers are going to look at, come on, Debo, you need... Nah, man, listen, man. At these times, you need to definitely find help with a solution. Because I've seen all the blogs and I haven't heard any solutions yet. You know what I'm saying? I could easily just shit on T-Top's card and say he did bad and did this, that, and third. Y'all already doing that already. You know what I'm saying? Let's find a solution on how we can help battle rap get better and whatnot. You know what I'm saying? And T-Top, you got to take responsibility and accountability for a lot of these things too. You know, don't take the route of, yeah, man, everybody's having a good time. No, man. Your first declaration, your first thing for you to say is, I apologize to the fans. I'm going to take accountability, adjust accordingly, and make things happen better for the next time for the fans' experience and whatnot. That's it, man. Well, Matt, 10 on okay, your battle facts, man. Listen. We're not going to do this, bro. We're not going to do this. Let me tell you something. And I ain't prepared this. This is off the cuff freestyle of what I'm doing in this blog right here and shit like that. You look at this as entertainment, as far as like, because that's what you told me. You know what I'm saying? Yes, I did speak to Battle Fact. That's what this is all entertainment, man. You know what I'm saying? I don't care what niggas said. Listen, man. You know what I'm saying? Some things can get a little crazy. You know what I'm saying? How you present things to the people and stuff like that. If you trying to be out here bringing another black man down and whatnot, you know what I'm saying? By all means, I ain't with none of that. You understand what I'm saying? I know I said some things to you and shit. That's why, because you're going to just reference the Three Stooges blog I had with your name in it, saying, if you ain't minding your business, I'll light you up and all that. Fair is fair. That's what's up. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, these 3 blogs that you've done, which accumulated probably like 3 to 4 hours in watch time for you to watch, that had my name in it. I ain't know you knew me that much. I ain't know you knew me, like, you know what I'm saying, for years at a time and whatnot, and me and you kicked in and all that and stuff like that. No. You presenting surface level shit to the fans on what you've seen or what you've heard people said, you know what I'm saying, about me that you probably don't know shit about or didn't get the context out of the situation. And you don't care. You just want to get crazy and talk crazy because you probably think I'm low-hanging fruit and I'm not intelligent or witty enough to get with, what you're doing. You're going to be sadly mistaken for doing that. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, I showed you grace by not getting crazy on you and shit and talk about what everybody else is talking about and shit like that. Because, it's been a hard road for you, my brother. You know what I'm saying? Like, even with the clone and bad news situation, you was going hard at them niggas and shit. And when it was your turn, you ran and tucked your tail and hid and even did a new channel and whatnot, man. So, at the end of the day, you're talking about my accolades and, how I'm perceived. Bro, you're perceived 100 times worse than me. You know what I'm saying? And people know that. So why would I have to engage in the bullshit that you're going to do back and forth and stuff like that? You saying, oh, Dweebo and all this other stuff. That's cool. That's cool. But I know, and you know yourself, that those names that you're saying or anything you're saying on your camera and shit like that, would you say that to my face? No. We all know that. I know that, you know that. The fans know that. You know what I'm saying? I'm not the one to be taken lightly to talk crazy to, especially in person. You know what I'm saying? I'm not threatening you or saying I'm going to do anything to you. It's a fact. You feel what I'm saying? Yeah, man. You might want to tone that shit down, man, or chill, man. You know what I'm saying? I will say I'll take accountability for that strike. You know what I'm saying? I explain it to you as I explain it to you and shit like that. With, the managers and stuff like that. That don't matter. You know what I'm saying? It's still my channel at the end of the day, so I will take accountability for that. You know what I'm saying? Some of the bloggers even got on me. Yo, Debo, you know what I'm saying? Yo, that was a mistake. It is what it is. You know what I'm saying? I'm pretty sure you got that blog back. That's cool. That's what's up. And a strike off your channel and shit. But yeah, you want to go and still continue and shit like that. Listen, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm just chilling. I don't want to have to go there. You know what I'm saying? You saying a lot of people don't fuck with me, this, that. A lot of people don't fuck with you. 100%. You know that. You know that. From the Polos, the Chris Unbiases, the Vodaflies, even the ARPs. You notice ARP fell back from you for a long time ago. You mentioning his name for what? I know these things. I know a lot of things. You feel what I'm saying? But yet, I'm the one that's least engaging and getting crazy with you. But why you want to say my name is beyond me. You know what I'm saying? But you're not going after Polo. You ain't saying nothing super crazy. I don't see 18 blogs about him. I don't see 18 blogs about Chris or Vada and shit. You definitely gonna detour on the people that's gonna go hard about that shit that they call you out here. You know what I'm saying? You know what they calling you and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? You out here denying and all that, and that's cool. You don't got shit to do with me. You know, what you eat don't make shit. You know what I'm saying? Make me shit. So I'm just saying, my nigga, we good on that. My fans and shit don't even want me to engage in none of that shit. And I think you should leave that alone. And like that, you know what I'm saying? I don't know if you think this is cute. Oh, you know, I'm still gonna go at it. Yo, my nigga. At this point in time, those 3 blogs, you might make 4 or 5. It's making me feel uncomfortable as a grown-ass man. You should feel uncomfortable, too, talking about a grown-ass man. You talking about me, talking about Easy the Block Captain and shit like that. At the end of the day, I have reasons to do so. Like, real nigga reasons to do so. Even Easy knows that. That's why he doesn't say shit about me or to me about all that shit. You know what I'm saying? Me and you have no smoke. We have no nothing. You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, I'm telling your fans and I'm telling my peoples and shit like that, that all this shit that you're doing is really for nothing. You're going to make a narrative and paint it as it's for something, but it's really about nothing. You feel me? And you probably continue to do that shit. I don't give a fuck. You know what I'm saying? Like, at the end of the day, I'm not going to be here going back and forth with you about none of this shit. This might be my last blog about you, even if you can continue and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? You gonna look like the goofy doing that shit. They're gonna they're gonna turn on you and be like, yo, Debo's not even talking. What the fuck you keep whatever and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Remember, I'm the legend.